Wasteful, 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 wasteful. That's all I can say. I buy a lot of groceries and I throw them right away. It's not that I don't need food. I do. I just don't need that much food. And it's not that I don't need variety. I do. But I don't have to buy all of it at one time. And I know these things logically, but when I go to the market or go to order on Instacart nowadays, I rarely go to the market. But when I order on Instacart, no matter how I try, I still manage to order too much. And I find myself throwing perfectly good food, vegetables, meat, you name it, all in the trash. And I never had that before I had weight loss surgery. Now, instead of spending a lot of money eating out, I'm wasting a lot of money on groceries. And if you're having that same struggle, I know the struggle is real. And so I decided 2024, the food waste, it has to stop. So let me share with you the plan that I'm going to do to save some coin and stop being so doggone wasteful. I got 8 strategies for you. Stick around. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Bari Act Right, where we'll discuss physical transformation, life after weight loss surgery, and opulent wellness. I'm Dr. Kamika, a 20-year weight loss veteran and a healthcare professional. Today, we're going to talk about a common issue many of us face after weight loss surgery, and that's food waste. Then I'll share 2 delicious French bread pizza recipes that you can make using ingredients you already have on hand. Here we go. I got 8 strategies, 8 steps to prevent food waste after gastric bypass surgery. After weight loss surgery, your portion size will be significantly reduced, which can lead to a lot of leftover food and ingredients. Here are 8 strategies, 8 steps to prevent food waste. First step, plan ahead. Create a calendar for what you plan to eat throughout the week for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Keeping your meals simple will ensure that you can reuse some of the ingredients. Next, shop smart. Make a grocery list, which we often don't do. We'll go to the store without the list and we'll put things in our basket that we don't really need, and we can't really consume in enough time before they expire. So make a list. And if you're ordering online, still make a list. And if you use an app online like Instacart, you can save your list of common foods that you eat, and you can review your shelves and see if you need it. So before you shop, check your freezer, refrigerator, and pantry for things that you might already have. Okay, now you got your list together, you got a plan, but you got to make sure you can store food appropriately. Proper storage can extend the life of your food and prevent spoilage. Next, adapt recipes to your needs. Most recipes are based on the average American diet, which can leave you with quite a bit of leftovers. We need to adapt these recipes to suit smaller portions. And I know it's hard when you're used to cooking for a large family or a lot of gatherings, or you just never had to cook really small. This is going to take practice and proper measurement. And when you do have a recipe, sticking to the amount of ingredients that are required and not go over those specific requirements. Be adventurous with leftovers. Find a creative way to reuse your leftovers. For example, if you make barbecue chicken for dinner, think of adding it to a salad or as a snack for the next day. Basically, food can be repurposed. Say you can take that same chicken and turn it into a soup. Or that same chicken and make a chicken salad sandwich. It's important to plan alternatives when you make your list. When you're thinking about, I'm going to buy this for dinner, think of what you're going to do with the leftovers. Now, this is iffy. Opt for frozen produce. Fresh fruits and veggies are excellent, but they can spoil quickly. So opt for frozen ones when possible to extend their shelf life. Now, yes, we want fresh vegetables, but at the same time, we know that we will not be able to consume all of those vegetables alone. Even if it's one cabbage, say you buy one head of cabbage, you are not going to be able to eat one head of cabbage yourself before it goes bad. So, this is why they're suggesting frozen over fresh, just because of the time it may take you to consume some of the vegetables. And some are not able to be portioned out. So either you can buy frozen food or freeze the leftover vegetables. You can chop them up and prep them, put them in freezer bags with dates when you prepare them, and store them that way. And instead of letting fruit and vegetables go to waste, you can have them ready as prep for your next meals and your next milkshakes and your next smoothies and your next protein shakes. You'll have that fruit and vegetable already chopped up and ready to go. So opt for frozen food or freeze your own food. And also avoid common storage mistakes. For example, move older stuff to the front and put the newer stuff in the back. Say you have some salad dressings and you buy a couple of new flavors. Put those new bottles behind the old ones so that you'll use up the old expiring salad dressing before you pop open the new one. This will lead to less waste and less space being taken up by two open containers. And lastly, the 8th step would be to donate. Donate the food. If you have canned food or perishables that you don't want to waste, you can donate. Considering donate to a local food bank or to a local church or their homeless shelters, women's shelters, assisted living facilities, people that may be able to get good use out of the food. So, those are my strategies for you. I got 8, and we're going to test these strategies out for 2024 because there's no need to waste food and ultimately our money. We could be doing something else with that money. So, 8 strategies to prevent food waste after gastric bypass surgery, here we go. Plan ahead, shop smart, store food appropriately, adapt recipes to your needs, be adventurous with leftovers, opt for frozen produce, avoid common storage mistakes, and donate whenever possible. So that concludes that portion of our talk. Now we're going to talk about the 2 bonus recipes I gave you. Okay, so let's get to it. Pizza sauce, French bread pizzas. Pizza sauce, French bread pizzas. We're going to have 2 different types of sauce. So here we go. From the beginning, we'll preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Slice a loaf of French bread in half lengthwise and place it on a large baking sheet. Then you'll spread evenly the pizza sauce over the bread, top with shredded mozzarella cheese and your desired toppings, what you have on hand. You could use a combination of pepperoni, mushrooms, bell peppers, spinach, chicken, bacon, tomatoes. Be adventurous and bake for 10 to 12 minutes or until the cheese is melted. And then you can cut and serve. So, that is a basic recipe for the regular marinara sauce or regular pizza sauce, the red sauce. So now we're going to do something, an alternative to that. Alfredo sauce French bread pizza. So this time you're going to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. You'll cut your loaf of bread in half lengthwise and you spread your Alfredo sauce on the bread. And you sprinkle it with Parmesan cheese or whatever cheese you have on hand and top the bread with your desired toppings, a combination of whatever you have in there: chicken, mushrooms, bell pepper, onion, cilantro, whatever you have in there that may be going to waste. And cover that toppings, all that bed of toppings you made, cover that with mozzarella cheese and bake for 15 minutes. So you got that? The first recipe, we're using the regular red marinara sauce pizza sauce. And the second one, we'll add a little twist. Just be a little adventurous. We'll add a Alfredo sauce instead of the red sauce. And this also might help with your reflux if you have a sensitivity to tomato. So remember, you can make these recipes as flexible as you want. The main goal here is to use what we have on hand and be creative with that. Keep it interesting. So I made these for my nieces when they came over to spend the night with me. And we did it together and they had a blast and they really enjoyed the pizzas. It was a very fun activity to do. So I do recommend. It's very kid friendly. My nieces are middle school age and they really enjoyed the pizzas.